Miss Cole, you are currently 5 months pregnant, and both you and your mother claim there is no doubt as to whose baby you are carrying. Miss Cole, you admit to sleeping with multiple men. However, you are 100% certain that Mr. Gilbert is the father of your unborn child. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Gilbert, you and your mother say Miss Cole has lied throughout the pregnancy and you can't believe anything she says, especially when it comes to the paternity of her unborn child. So, Ms. Baker, what upsets you most about this situation?
That Mrs. Cole and her daughter are constantly lying. We don't know the truth from fiction anymore. I'd like to just find out where we stand on this whole situation. Everything that comes out of their mouths is lies.
So you believe the baby she's carrying is not your son's child?
Absolutely. At this point in time, I cannot truly, honestly say I believe a word of anything that comes out of their mouths. I do not believe that is my son's child. That's why I'm here today.
So, Mr. Gilbert, did you have sex with Miss Cole?
Yes, Your Honor.
You did. Was it unprotected sex?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Cole, what was the nature of this relationship with Mr. Gilbert?
We went to school together. We were best friends in school. And he was someone that stuck up for me when I got bullied. And I was staying with a friend of the family over in Osseo. And he contacted me and asked me to hang out with him. And I said yes. I went over there and one thing led to another.
Did you all start a relationship or were you just having sex?
We were just having sex.
Was it more than once?
Twice in one day.
Twice in one day. And then after that, never again?
Never again, no.
Mr. Gilbert, how did you find out Miss Cole was pregnant?
She contacted me through text messages and told me.
So you sent a text message, Miss Cole?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did it say?
I have it here.
You do?
Yes.
You brought evidence.
Yes.
Jerome, will you please hand me that evidence? Thank you.
You're welcome.
And so you got a text message from her. It reads, I found out I was pregnant. Would you be in the baby's life if you knew it was yours? And then you wrote back, yay.
No, yeah, why? There's supposed to be a space there.
Oh, yeah, why? So you, I get it. It's not yay.
Yeah.
It's yeah, why? And then she says, because I am. You say, you've only been with me, haven't you? And she says, yes, I'm pregnant. And then you say, oh boy.
Yes.
Ms. Baker, did you hear about this?
Yes.
Right away?
No, he found out on Sunday. Mrs. Cole contacted me on Monday on Facebook, and when I called her, and her daughter, other daughter, Tasha, was in the background yelling, he's not the only option, he's not the only option. It may be somebody else's, it may be somebody else's. And I'm going,
no,
really?
That's not true.
You can hear her. Hold on 1 second, Ms. Cole. I'm going to get to you. You were on the phone and you say you overheard this?
I was a little lost. I mean, I'm getting this news from a third party. My son hadn't even told me. And when I called to talk to her about it, her other daughter was in the background yelling, might not be his, it might not be his, there is another option. Somebody else may be the father.
That's not true. I told you. Me and my family had a meeting with you at my home, and I told you there was another possibility.
You told me
not my
through
child.
text message
not my daughter. Yes, I did.
What I believe I'm hearing through this testimony is that there is another possibility.
Yes.
But, Your Honor, he's fixed, and he did not complete.
So you're saying the other potential father, you've found out since that he's had a vasectomy, or he had a vasectomy?
He had.
But
A
that's
vasectomy.
just his word. He's never given any evidence that he's fixed.
You don't have proof of that.
Correct.
You do.
There's no evidence that he's fixed. And just because you don't complete the act doesn't mean that some little, go in there and finish the duty for you and get you pregnant.
Miss Cole, how do you know that this guy had a vasectomy?
Because he told me more than once.
Okay.
And
How old is the other person?
he's old enough to be
43.
my father.
Something like that.
Okay.
I think he's 43 then.
43. Okay.
And Miss Lake, we have.
I do have the text messages about her lying when I asked her if I was the only possibility.
So you have some more evidence?
Yes.
I'd like to see that.
Which you are the only possibility because the other guy's fixed.
Well, let me say this. Mr. Gilbert, you look so nervous. But you came prepared for court. You brought your evidence, and I appreciate that. Sir, this reads, I 100% know the baby is yours. You write back, I don't. Miss Cole writes, the other guy is fixed. You write back, so he says, and if you believe that, you wouldn't have lied to me. Miss Cole writes back, do you want to be in this baby's life? And then you write, after a paternity test.
Yes.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
He found out more lies that she had told him, and it's been nothing but lies out of her mouth. And that's what we have constantly gotten from not but one of you, but two of you. You don't find out the truth about what's going on in a conversation between your daughter and I, and you roll over and you start screaming.
That's
an
right,
adult
because when my
woman,
daughter's crying
and
in
you don't
public,
know
I'm
what's
going to say,
going
come on, Tia, let's go.
Your daughter's in tears, and instead of coming over and doing an adult thing and saying,
right.
what's going on?
I did do
What
an
happened-
adult
what
thing.
happened at the
I
store?
got out of the situation.
We were having a discussion. Me crying had absolutely nothing to do with her. I was crying because of my own.
It didn't matter. I was trying to get my daughter out of the situation, regardless who made her cry or what it was.
So you were upset. You guys were at a store.
Yes.
And you were having a conversation.
Yes.
And the conversation upset you.
Yes.
The conversation was about the baby.
The baby and people telling her lies, and also telling me lies at the same time. I have no clue who this person is, but they contacted me on Facebook telling me that they're related to Mr. Gilbert, that they hope that he gets full custody over the baby. And just...
That's why she was crying.
I don't even know who this person was.
That's what upset her, had her mother stop to find out what's going on instead of coming around the corner in one of the mobile carts and start yelling at me. If she had stopped to find out what was going on, maybe something could have been figured out instead of acting like a child herself in a public place. And you were yelling at me, your son caused this, your son caused this.
That's right.
Well, if my son caused this, why do I have evidence right here? The day they went to take the paternity test, this says your daughter is praying that it is my son's, that
What
she
is that?
doesn't know for sure.
Wait, what do you have?
Right here,
Jerome,
Your Honor. Would
please
you
hand me
like
that
to see
evidence.
this?
She is praying that it is.
Wait.
I want it to be his so bad.
You want it to be his, or you
Yes,
know?
I do.
What does this evidence say, Ms. Baker?
It says-
I'm getting a DNA
it's
test
for
done
sure
on
that
Monday
it's
to
for-
find out who the daddy is of my baby. I'm praying that it's Tristan's baby.
That's right.
Correct.
We are praying.
Wait, I thought you said you knew because the other guy had a vasectomy.
People lie, you know? I mean, it's like a 1% chance.
Your Honor, I have
Sorry, Your
a
Honor.
conception and due date calendar here that I'd like you to see.
You do. All right,
Yes, I
Jerome,
do.
pass that to me, please.
The conception date that my son and Miss Cole slept together was around April 9th. When I asked, they said it was around 7th, 8th, or 9th. I was told her due date was January 2nd. Well, if you take April 9th to January 2nd, you know, women know this, men don't. Women are actually pregnant for 10 months. And the 9th to the 2nd does not make 10 months. Not in any math does that make 10 months.
Your Honor, I gave the doctor March 27th was the first day of her last period. Figure it up from there. And this is what they said. Her ovulation time was from the 10th to the 15th.
But Your Honor, Miss Cole was not living with her mother at the time that she had her period, so how would her mother know?
She came over to see me, and I told her.
When were you intimate with the other guy, Miss Cole?
I was told it was around the 2nd of April.
Is that true?
No,
When was it?
April 10th.
On
It was told, you were told around the 2nd
oh,
of April.
oh, the next night.
Yes.
Your Honor.
Your Honor,
He was
I was
told.
also told that it was the week before me.
Who told you that?
You did.
No, I did not.
Yes,
no, I
you
did
did.
not.
The bottom line is, in open court, she's saying it was the next day, April 10th. Which would mean if this gentleman had not had a vasectomy, like he said he did, it is obvious that we don't know
Right.
the father
Right.
is. So, Miss Baker, what do you think their motivation is? I mean, she's saying, I'm praying Tristan's the father.
They want my son to be the father because we live very well. My mom takes very good care of all of us. And I think they want to tap into that because we don't
No.
we don't live off anybody but my mom. My mom's a very good, great person. Don't take it the wrong way. I have my own income. I said that wrong when I said that. Pardon me. They know that we're not going to just go, oh, okay, it's your responsibility and walk away from this baby. They live
That's
off
not true. My daughter
disability,
has her own
and they
money. My
take
husband's got
care of it.
disability. I own my own home. I don't owe anybody
takes
anything.
care of you.
No, my husband
No.
does.
No.
You don't even know.
Let's
You should not
get
be
some
saying
order.
nothing.
Let's get some order. Mr. Gilbert, you're 20 years old. Are you ready to be a father?
Honestly, no. But if I am, I'm not afraid to step up and be one.
Miss Cole, I know this means a lot to you.
It does.
Mom, you said in your previous appearance, I remember you saying that you didn't know who your father was.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. I have one of 3. Okay, I know what my granddaughter is gonna go through. I do not want that baby girl, granddaughter of mine, to go through life without knowing her dad. So my daughter needs to know. That's why I'm here.
Thank you for that. And it was spoken from the heart, and I appreciate that. In your previous case, your other daughter,
Yes.
which is seated next to you,
Yes.
and the man she thought was her child's biological father,
Yes, ma'am.
unfortunately was not.
At least they're ruled out.
One step closer.
One step closer.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And so as we prepare to go forward and get these results for your other daughter, do you have any doubts as to whether or not Mr. Gilbert is your granddaughter's biological father?
No doubt.
I think it's time we get the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In order for us to determine paternity, a prenatal DNA test was performed. A blood sample was drawn from the mother, and fetal DNA was isolated from that sample. Genetic analysis was performed, and a probability of paternity was generated. In the case of Cole versus Gilbert Baker, when it comes to the unborn child that Ms. Cole is currently carrying, it has been determined by this court. It has been determined by this court. Mr. Gilbert, you are not the father.
Okay, baby. I can admit when I'm wrong. It's okay.
Ms. Cole, I know this was not the answer you wanted, hun. I know that.
The father don't want nothing to do with the baby. My baby don't have a dad.
She has your daddy.
Yeah.
She has your daddy.
If someone needs to stick up for her,
I've
you
spent
got me.
7 years with my husband.
Okay?
It's really also beautiful and sad at the same time.
It's okay, honey.
I love what I see here. The fact that you all are supporting one another. And yet I do understand what Miss Cole is saying, that she wants her child to have their father. Miss Cole, is it safe to say that this gentleman that said he had a vasectomy did not, or is it someone else?
No, there's no other possibility. I still talk to him, and I asked him if there's a possibility that you are the father of this baby. Will you be there? And he said no.
She's gonna have help no matter what. We're her mom and dad. We're gonna help her through this.
Good. Ms. Hubbard, you've petitioned the court for a DNA test to prove to Mr. Watson Jr. that he is the father of your 2-year-old daughter, Amiria Hubbard.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're also seeking 2 years' worth of child care expenses in the amount of $2,150.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Watson, you say you know you are not the father of Ms. Hubbard's daughter because she lied to you about her entire pregnancy and only now wants to claim you as the father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Hubbard, did you lie about your pregnancy?
No, Your Honor. I told Mr. Watson when I got pregnant, when I conceived, when the last time we did have sex with each other, and that was in February of 2012, and I had her in November of 2012, and he knew about her the whole pregnancy. He didn't come around until like when I was in the hospital with her. That's the only time he was around.
So if you say he knew about her, has he been helping you?
No, ma'am.
You're suing for $2,150 because you say he has not contributed.
No, he hasn't contributed to anything. He hasn't done anything for her. Nothing.
You're doing this by yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I'm taking care of my 5 children and my disabled mother by myself. And
how hard has it been for you?
Very hard.
I see the tears in your eyes.
Yes, very hard.
Oh, stop it.
When I was pregnant with her, he came around and he was supposed to give me some money because I had took him somewhere. He didn't want to give me some gas money to take me in. When I took him somewhere for her, that was the last time that I seen him while I was pregnant with her, and I maced him.
You maced him?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
I was mad. I was pregnant. I'm out here by myself, struggling. Didn't have any gas in my car. And he asked me to take him somewhere. I took him. And he got out the car. He was laughing, talking about, I ain't going to give you no gas, man. I ain't got nothing for you. So when he went in the store, he came back out. I had my can of mace, and I maced him from his hairline to his feet.
Oh, my goodness. You know, that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Although, listen, what you're saying is you're so desperate for money and you're feeling so overwhelmed that when he said he wasn't going to give you the gas money he said, that just upset you so much that you...
It wasn't even about that. He played the whole game. Like, he wanted to be there with me while I was pregnant with her. And he played the whole game the whole time I knew him. The whole back and forth game. He has two other children he does for her, but not mine. He hasn't done anything for mine. Never have.
She sold my
probably never
clothes.
will. Yeah, I did sell your clothes. Your baby that's up there right now. You left an outfit. I sold it to somebody on the corner for $100.
That ain't my baby.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me understand this. You say that Mr. Watson hasn't done anything for Amiria. Mr. Watson, is that true? Have you done anything for this child?
No, ma'am, I haven't done anything for the child.
You admit you've done nothing?
Yes, ma'am.
Why is that, sir?
Because I don't think this is my baby.
You don't?
It is not my baby. Because she lied.
But your
You
family
had sex with Miss Hubbard,
But your family members
but she
Did
lied.
you use
her.
protection?
No, ma'am. But this was way before.
And his family members
She lied about her
accepted-
dates that she was
his
pregnant.
family members
She told me
accept
she was 3 months pregnant. 3 months, and she was supposed to be 6 months pregnant. So how
And
you
I told you
3
with
months
it-
pregnant 2 times?
And I told you-
All right, let me understand that, because you're saying you don't believe it's your child because there's an issue
With
that
the
you
dates.
don't trust concerning the conception period?
Right.
Explain that to me.
Okay, I got reasons. I got a reason why a calendar I made.
Let me see
Yes,
this.
ma'am.
Jerome,
There
would
you
you
go,
hand
sir.
that to me? What
She
does
lied.
this calendar outline?
That ain't my baby.
Okay, I don't know if a calendar can prove that,
Right.
but the DNA will.
Okay, like all right, when she told
I
me
got
she was
pregnant
it was
February
in August.
14,
It was in August when
2012.
she
I
told me.
had
Okay,
her-
one at a time, one at a time.
And I
I'm gonna
had
give
her
you
November.
both. I'm gonna give you both a chance. Let him explain to me what his calendar outlines, Ms. Hubbard, and then I will give you a chance to respond. Sir, on this calendar, you say she told you she was 3 months pregnant
Right,
in August.
right.
And then you say In October, she told you she was 3 months pregnant again?
Again, yes. So I'm like, who does that? Why should I believe that's my baby?
But that's a lot of months to be 3 months
That's
pregnant.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
My
saying.
point
He don't
exactly.
even know.
Miss Hubbard, can you explain this?
No.
Because I stayed with
When
my
I went
girl.
to the doctor in March, when I missed my period for the next month, they told me I could see it on Valentine's Day. And I had my baby November the 17th, 2012.
But in October, when you told him you were pregnant the second time,
I didn't tell him in October I was pregnant. I never told him in October I was pregnant.
but you would have been about ready to have the baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's lying. I told him when I knew for sure that I was pregnant in March, that's when I told him that I was pregnant.
Did she say she was pregnant in March?
I showed
She
him.
told me August. I got a call from her. I was
No.
staying with my girl.
No.
I got a call from
You
her.
was staying
She
with
told
my
me-
mama. You ain't never stayed with no girl.
She told me
You staying
that
with
she
your mama.
was pregnant. She was 3 months pregnant. I was like, oh, okay, so I know she probably be pregnant because we did have unprotected sex, so I rolled with it. Okay, so September, she sold me an ultrasound. And the ultrasound, she supposed to be in, about 4 months? Ultrasound looked like the baby was like about ready to come out, like 7 months. So I'm like,
No.
you cannot be 4 months.
No.
Look at that baby head.
When I was
Look at them arms.
That's how they.
No, that ain't
that's
4 months.
So,
No. When
wait
you-
a minute. This is a picture of the ultrasound.
Yeah.
Yeah, that she saw me. I believe it was somebody else's ultrasound. She
I
just
was four
wanted
and
me to-
a half.
That was the first time she
I was
told me
4
she
and a half months
pregnant.
pregnant on that picture, and that's when they zoom in to see how your baby's growing and maturing and see if you at your right stage. That's her when I was 4 and a half months pregnant.
But she showed me that ultrasound when
I
she
showed
told
you
me she was
another
pregnant the
ultrasound.
first time when she was lying about it.
So you feel like she was lying.
The whole time.
And her motive to lie is what?
Because she wanted to have a baby by me.
Who are you?
She told me
You
that.
don't have no
She
money. You're
told
not
me
even
that.
taking care
She
of her
told
as
me
it is.
that.
He told me he wanted me to be his baby mama. He really liked me. That's how it started.
Is
He
that
wanted
what
me.
they say now when you really like somebody?
Yeah, that's what he
That's
said.
how she do it.
That's
how
what he said.
Women.
Was this
I
an
guess-
exclusive relationship? Did you all say we're committed, we're boyfriend and
No.
girlfriend?
We was together.
No.
We was together, but he was still cheating. He a dog. He
Only
was still
time I
cheating.
wanted to be
He
with-
still had females.
Okay.
He was living in a rooming house with a female. He still had females. He talking about they just his friend. I used to stay catching him, but like after when I caught him after we had sex on Valentine's Day, I was done. I was over it.
She
It wasn't even
lying.
worth it.
I was staying with my girl.
You ain't never
August,
stayed
when
with
she
no
first
girl.
told me she was pregnant. I stayed with my girl in August.
Whatever.
And okay, I was like, cool. Okay, she pregnant.
Nah.
But in October, she told me she was
No.
6 months pregnant.
No, I didn't.
I mean, she
I ain't
told me she was
never
3 months
see,
pregnant. So how
you
you
lying.
be 6 months pregnant?
You lying.
I'm at 3 months pregnant again.
Okay, what I'm trying to understand is, do you think you were the only man she was sleeping with?
No.
What makes you believe
Okay, I got
there was someone else?
I got reasons, right? Real? A diary. And
Oh,
you can-
what is that?
it's a diary.
You found a diary and
A
you
diary.
created
I
it?
was a teenager
Right,
when I
yeah,
had the
'cause
diary.
it's
that you talking
when-
about.
I was at her house one day.
You know how
No,
you
hand me that. What is that? It's a diary.
Right, and she too old to have a diary.
Now, go ahead.
Okay,
They
so
let you know I
Oh,
was-
this is a diary that you found?
I was in her room one day. You know, she was in the shower,
And
the
when you-
diary was on her dresser. So I was like, I ain't want to look at it because it's a diary. Might hurt my feelings. So Temptation told me to go and look at it. I went on and look at it. First page, I see she was talking about her first love, and I flipped to another page. It had a condom pack on it, and explaining the dude that she had sex with, how his sex was, and everything. Okay, I flipped to another page. Flipped to another, was another condom pack right there. So I'm like,
On the diary?
right.
Okay, let me flip through it.
The diary that he's referring
It was
to.
ju-
I had that diary when I was like 15 to 16 in my younger
It should be
days.
put up
When
here.
I had boyfriends and I was having sex with them and I had protected sex with them. It don't matter. It's mine. That's mine.
You take
And I
the
was
condom
young.
wrappers in the diary?
Yeah. I was young doing
Who
stuff.
does
So, so.
And then you did a rating?
No, I didn't do no rating. No.
She did it right.
It
That was-
says
Stop
that it says this guy got a yes with an
No.
exclamation point.
She a freak.
He's adding stuff. He adding stuff. Well,
She
you
a
know he
freak.
ain't in there. He ain't getting no yes because it wasn't even worth it.
She's a freak. That's how.
Oh, and some
And
of the
who does
pages
that? Who
stuck
keeps-
together. I'm done with this.
That ain't even.
Yeah.
Who
So,
keeps-
Mr. Watson,
This.
this led you to believe that
She's a freak.
So when you thought she was sleeping with other people, you see the diary, and then you say the timeline doesn't add up.
Yep.
In your mind,
When
you
I
say
was
to
a
yourself, this
teenager.
can't be my child.
Right.
That's the basis of your doubt.
Right, because the calendar and the diary.
The diary was
just
from
made
when
me
I was a
think that she
teenager.
was a
I met
freak.
you when I
She
was
a freak.
grown.
So she a freak.
I had
She
3
keeping all these
kids when I met you. What are
Who
you
does
talking
that?
about?
She too old to even be keeping it down.
When I met him, I
That
had
should be
3
put up.
children.
Really?
It don't matter.
No,
It's mine.
but that what made me think that she was a freak.
I was grown when I met you. I had 3 kids.
But you're saying because your thought pattern, and this is not me talking, but your thought pattern was a woman that would keep this type of diary is not just sleeping with one person.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you found out you were pregnant and you told him.
Yeah.
He said he didn't believe the dates.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you do after that? Did you go to any of the doctor's appointments? You showed the ultrasound? Did you show up for that?
No. She lied the first time
I didn't
about
see
her
him no
being
more. I
pregnant,
didn't
so
see
that
him
what
no
threw
more
me
until
off.
he asked me to do
She
his
lied.
hair, and he came over there and he had brought some clothes with him in my house to do his hair. So when he had left, he left his outfit. Then I had my baby. I ain't got time to pay her nothing. I said, okay, well, let me go on here and sell this little nice outfit. I sold his outfit to some dude up the street. $400 I got her. Since he didn't want to do it, I sold his outfit.
So you sold the outfit he left behind at your house
Yep.
for $100.
Who does that?
Somebody that's trying to take care of a child by themselves.
But that ain't my
Well-
baby, though. It ain't mine.
Listen, at this point, if she has maced you for not giving her the gas money, you shouldn't be surprised if she's gonna sell your outfit
Yeah.
to
Right.
feed her child.
By all means, I'm gonna make sure she's
I'm
straight.
not my baby. That ain't my baby.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
His
Look at
family
the baby.
members
Look at
even
the baby.
accept my
That baby don't have
child.
my head,
He the only one that don't accept
eyes.
her.
Well, that's because you lied. You been
You're
Nah.
saying,
so
Miss
much I
Hubbard,
can't
that this
believe
is
you.
upsetting you because you
Yes.
say his whole family.
Yes, and
Let that fake cry.
he keeping her away. He don't even want her around his other kids. He don't even claim her. Sometimes he claim her on Facebook, then he get mad, that ain't his baby, then he make a show about it. But that's his child.
Your Honor, I've
And
been
like-
asking for a DNA
Like I
test
told him,
ever
I don't
since
even,
that baby was in
I
my
don't care if
stomach.
he there or not. I'm still gonna provide for her.
Got
All
you.
5. All 5 of
Got
mine.
She been
And I
dodging.
told him, when
She
the
been
last time I
dodging
talked to him,
DNA.
I just told him to stay away from her because he not claiming her. He don't want to do nothing from her. So I don't want my baby to be confused, be like, where my dad at? Why he ain't being around? Just leave her alone. I mean, I'm doing this by myself. All 5 of them. I don't need no more stress, no more nothing. I have a 6 5-year-old, and my mama is this
Then
age.
one day she talked to a dude straight in my face.
Yeah, the
We was
same
at
day
the
that he
gas
done
station.
me. The same day that I caught him talking on the phone with that girl, I dropped.
You tried-
We
and then
stopped
you
at the
get his
gas
number
station.
right in my face.
We stopped at the gas station, and some dude asked me for my number. Yep, I gave him my number just to show him I'm not
You a
ugly.
freak.
I can get somebody. Now it ain't about being a freak. He was a man. You not a man. You want to even take care of your responsibility.
'Cause don't
That's your
think that's
All
my
job.
right,
baby.
Mr. Watson, she's telling you she is really struggling. And you could potentially be this child's father. Now, you still coming over there to get your hair braided? Amongst other things, I'm sure.
And Your Honor, he still asked me to come. He still asked me to bring her to him. He still wants
that's
to.
a lie.
He been watching her. He watches her. He been watching her since she's been born, like probably about 5 or 6 times.
cries
She
so
done even
much.
spent the night over
She
there
be
with
crying
him.
so much,
For
I
her
feel
not to be
sorry
your
for her.
child,
That's why I keep
why are
the
you
baby.
asking me to bring her to you? Why are you keeping her? Why are you spending time with her?
Well, he's saying you say you keep the baby because you feel sorry for the
No, 'cause
baby
she-
or
no,
for Miss
her-
Hubbard?
For Miss Hubbard.
You ain't gotta feel sorry for me because she's
Because she
straight.
constantly crying to my this your
It don't
baby,
matter.
this your
You don't
baby.
have to feel
I'm
sorry for
asking
me.
for a DNA test. Ever
You
since,
asked for a DNA test.
right.
When?
But like when she was pregnant,
He coulda
when
went
she was
down there
pregnant, when she
himself
lied
and
about them
petitioned
dates.
for,
She lied about them dates, and every time she asked me to do something for her, I asked for a DNA test. She keep dodging it.
How many times have you tried to get a DNA test?
But I asked her over like 30 times.
Well, we've done that test, and I do have the results. Are you ready for them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Hubbard versus Watson Jr., pertaining to 2-year-old Amiria Hubbard, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Watson, you are Amiria's father.
Deadbeat. Like I told you. Nope.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I promise I am. I just always had doubt, man, because you've been lying on them dates.
I'm straight.
You've been lying on them dates. And I'm willing to
Straight.
take care of her.
Straight.
Along with my other 2 kids. I promise.
I'm
Miss Ada.
straight.
I promise.
I've been doing this by myself.
Girl, you better get some help from your child's father. Stop acting like that.
I'm sorry.
You not straight?
I'm sorry.
I know it's been a hard road, Miss Hubbard. It's been 2 long years. That's exactly why this court exists.
You owe her them 2 years.
Okay, I got you.
You don't just owe her those 2 years, you also owe Miss Hubbard, Mr. Watson, half of what she has been paying to provide for this child.
Yes, Your Honor.
To date, it has taken her $4,300. The only thing she ever got from you was an outfit that you left behind that she had to sell to provide milk and diapers for your baby girl. Now that's a desperate mother. I'm gonna give her credit for what she did to take care of your child. The $100 she got, I will deduct that from what you should have contributed, which is half. My award is for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,050. Ms. Williams, you've petitioned the court for a DNA test because you are certain Mr. Glover is your son Ricardo's biological father. Your son has a major operation coming up, and you say identifying his father must take place before the surgery. Is that correct?
Correct.
Mr. Glover, you claim you are not Ricardo's father and have proof that his biological father is your brother.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Williams, tell us why you had to open your case.
Your Honor, I haven't seen this man in years. My son has cerebral palsy. He's undergoing a surgery because now he has a magnetic rod in his back because he has scoliosis, so they're gonna put the real rod, the real spinal rod in his back. I'm not his blood type. So if he need a blood transfusion, he need the absent parent. So they was asking, can I find the dad? I'm like, I know the dad. So I'm doing this blood test because he's the dad. If something happens, I have to fall back on his dad.
And I understand, and it's important to have your full medical history as well. And so identifying the father is important for that reason. I understand. You say you haven't seen Mr. Glover in years?
Yes, correct.
Mr. Glover, you haven't seen Ms. Williams in years?
No, Your Honor. From the beginning, I kind of had doubts that he was my son anyway, and I've been trying to get it situated. It ain't like I just ran off or anything, but...
How long has it been since you've seen Ricardo?
It's been about 5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years?
Yes, ma'am.
Since you've seen this beautiful little boy?
Yes, ma'am. This is not the first time that we went to a maternity court.
They got a maternity court now?
Well, it wasn't maternity court. It was for child support. And the first time we went, we did the DNA test, and like they was telling me that she had to come down there first. And then we went back a second time and a third time, and it never happened till, like, after that, I just moved to Texas.
You think she's been avoiding it because she knows you're not Ricardo's biological father?
I feel like she was avoiding it for some reason.
Once you felt like she was avoiding it, then that's why the 5 or 6 years passed, you left it alone because you felt like, I'm really not the father.
Yes, ma'am. I moved to a whole nother state. After the last time of us not doing the DNA test, I just went on about my business.
And so, am I correct in saying, if you truly thought you were Ricardo's father, believed, or that test had taken place as you planned, and it was determined you were the father, you would have been happy to be his father?
Yes.
You would have been there?
Yes, ma'am.
This man took my virginity. So I don't know how he feel. I don't care how he feel, but he took my virginity. This is his child. It's nobody else. I wouldn't be hauling his back. And the case closed because he never did the DNA test.
All right, let me get back to the relationship. I want to understand. Mr. Glover, Ms. Williams says she was a virgin when she met you. Do you remember what was the nature of your relationship? Were you boyfriend and girlfriend? What were you dating?
We were dating for a minute. I want to say it lasted for about a year, but like it wasn't like we were just staying together or anything. Like we wasn't around each other all the time.
I was in school.
Both of us was young, and like we wasn't around each other all the time.
So you didn't feel like it was necessarily exclusive?
No.
So what makes you believe if she was a virgin when you met her that so quickly after meeting you she would be with other guys too? Did you hear something?
Because like initially that's what it was, and like besides that I heard something from my mother, and it was like after that it just kind of threw me for a loop.
I'd like to hear from your mother. Ma'am, please stand and step over to the podium. State your name for the court.
I'm Lily Daniel.
Ms. Daniels, your son, Mr. Glover, says he heard something from you in reference to Miss Williams that led him to believe that she was with other people. What do you know about this
Well,
situation?
first of all, I feel that there wasn't really a strong relationship with Ricardo and Miss Williams. But I did see her with someone in the neighborhood, and it appeared to me that her head was in his lap and she was giving him oral sex. And I did tell my son about that. And later on, after I had moved out of that neighborhood, the same individual brought Miss Williams over to my house, didn't drop her off at my house, dropped her off at a business a little bit up the street. The whole while I'm sitting on the porch with a friend and I'm watching her get out this individual's car and get the baby out of the car, get the car seat out of the trunk, put the baby in the car seat and walk down to my house. And I'm saying, why didn't you just have him drop you off right here? It's no problem. She said, I got off the bus.
Oh, so you're saying you saw her with this person before she was pregnant and then after she had the baby?
Yes.
Which led you to believe this was an ongoing relationship.
I feel like that wasn't the only relationship this young lady was involved in. You know, from day one, it was always other stories. And to be honest, Ricardo looks like my younger son. He looks more like my younger son than he does my older son.
So you believe Miss Williams also had sex with your younger son?
I believe Miss Williams was a busy young lady, and she's not the virgin that she claimed that she was. That's what I believe.
Mr. Glover, your mom has testified that she believes that Ricardo looks more like your younger brother.
Yes, ma'am.
You believe that as well?
Yes, ma'am. I thought it from the beginning, and
Where did you all get this knowledge that she was in a sexual relationship with your younger brother?
he had sent me some text messages saying that she had wrote him a letter saying that the baby was looking more and more like him every day. And after that, I have text messages from me.
You have some evidence, Jerome?
Yes,
May I see
ma'am.
that evidence, please?
And pretty much he was just telling me that she had sent him a letter of a picture of the baby and everything, saying that it's starting to look more and more like him.
So this is a text exchange between Mr. Glover and his brother.
Yeah.
The message reads, Pinky wrote me the other day talking about the baby looking more and more like me. Bro, I told you that's your baby. You can be straight up with me.
Yes, ma'am.
I was like his older sister to all of them. I was like their sister.
No, you weren't their sister. Because you're not making babies with your sister. I'm trying to understand, you then in that moment said, you can be straight up with me because he was kind of acknowledging that he could be the father.
Yes,
and your point was, you can tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Like I asked him from the beginning anyway, and like he denied it from the jump. Like his main thing was, nah, bro, I ain't never messed around with her, but I did see her stuff one time, but I ain't never do nothing with her. And I was like, man, come on, man.
He's saying he saw her naked, but nothing happened?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, were you sleeping with Mr. Glover's brother?
No.
But you do admit you had a very close relationship.
I've never gave oral sex to anyone else. I never even gave him oral sex. So what makes you think I'm putting my mouth on anyone else?
Like, this stuff wasn't gonna come out.
I was a virgin. He knows I was a virgin.
all know that you were not.
You don't know nothing. You wasn't sleeping with me.
I know
you did
what
not
I
sleep
seen
with me.
with my own eyes.
Maybe you were.
And I'm
you're
not the
delusional.
only person that's seen you.
All right, hold on. So basically, Ms. Williams, you're saying that everything they're saying about you is a lie.
Yep.
He was the first person and the only person you had sex with.
Correct.
And that's why you know he is Ricardo's father.
Honestly.
You claim you never had an intimate relationship with Mr. Glover's brother.
No, but my baby looks like him.
Why?
Genes. Genetically, that's the both of them are your sons.
They don't even have the same father.
It does not matter.
They don't even have the same father.
They have the same mother.
They don't even have the same father.
I don't care. My baby look like
So
me too.
why?
Or however y'all want him to look. But guess what? The DNA is paramount. So
Ms. Williams has.
Do you want to see this letter?
What is that letter?
From his brother.
Jerome, let me see that evidence, please. So this is a letter you received from Mr. Glover's brother.
Correct.
And you submitted this letter to the court to show.
Love always uncle.
Oh, he signed it uncle. All right. So you're saying this is him acknowledging I'm not the father.
Exactly.
I am the uncle.
Yes.
All right. Well, let me scan through this letter real quick and see what else he's talking about.
Please do.
Okay, hold on. Let me circle this part right here. It says, y'all have to come up. I really want to see y'all. Ricardo is getting big. And how old is he? He looked just like me.
That's his uncle. I mean, I had never slept with him.
My brother had never bought anything for any of my other
Guess
children.
what?
Like,
And I did so much for him.
Son, and like I don't see the reason why like he would just go and buy the baby 3 and 4 outfits.
Miss Williams, what are you hoping for?
That he be more active. That he come down to this hospital. My baby had this surgery. That we get this in, because I don't want no negativity around my child, because all he know is positive. He's happy. He's always happy. I'm just tired of going through this. It's simple.
You have a lot of weight to carry. I can see that is troubling you.
I mean, it's overwhelming, but I've been doing it for so long, and I've reached out plenty of times. Either you in or you out. It's not, he knows I was a virgin. He knows we wasn't using protection.
From the beginning, I asked for a DNA test.
That's a lie.
This is not the
That's a lie.
I will say this.
I will say my baby a nickname.
Somehow,
Who give a baby a nickname? Who let a baby come over their house if they have doubt? Not me.
First of all, I have been around this baby. I don't have a problem with that, but I would like to know for sure if this is his baby. I mean, what?
Well, of course. And
know?
if he is, what are your plans for this beautiful boy?
You know.
What if he is?
If he is for me, I just apologize to her for even down it. Because like I said, from the beginning I had my doubts, and it ain't like I ain't have reason to.
Well, why
have
you didn't
doubts.
tell me?
I did.
You didn't. You never told me your brother.
We went to do
or
DNA
the other
tests
guy.
multiple
Your
times.
brother.
We went to do DNA tests multiple times.
Your brother.
And another dude was
Never.
taking you to your doctor's appointment.
He never took me to
So
my
how was you
doctor
getting
appointment.
That? How was you getting that in?
What? You wasn't taking me?
I'm just saying.
What is you talking about? It don't matter how I was getting there. I was getting there.
So now Ricardo is here. He's got a surgery coming up. Mm-hmm. And what matters is we need to figure out who his biological father is.
Yes.
Him?
Yes.
I feel like you should have been figured out.
This has to be a lot on you.
It is.
Ricardo's had 5 surgeries. This will be his 6th. You know, the stakes are high here. How do you really feel?
I feel betrayed because, I should have slept with the brother. That's just how I feel. If you won't keep putting it on your brother, I should have. If he gonna be there.
Probably did.
I should have.
You probably did.
Who you slept with?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, the only way we're going to figure out what the real truth is to get the results. Jerome, I'm ready for the envelope. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Williams versus Glover, when it comes to the child, Ricardo Williams, it has been determined by this court. Mr. Glover, you are the father.
That's all. What's up? What's up? Like, what's up?
That's your handsome boy.
Thank you. And I just want to say I'm sorry, but like it could have been handled. And like I said, I apologize though.
You need to apologize to him too. He'll understand it.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Mr. Glover? Are you okay?
I just wanted him to know this is his child, and I asked for help because I just needed this to be over. I was tired of going back and forth.
And will it mean something to you to have Mr. Glover and his mom, just to have the other part of Ricardo's village there to support you?
Yes, it'll mean something to him because he comprehends well. So it'll mean something to him because it's not easy taking care of him, but I do it. So, and I'm not talking about financially, I'm talking about his cries. It's hard, but I do it with the help of family, friends, my dad, my mom, so.